Hello everyone and welcome back to more To the Edge of the Sky Book 1. Yes, we are back for more of this game. Like I had told you guys, it is not quite the end of this series on my channel just yet, because I have promised you that we're gonna go back and we're gonna go and try to do some of the other choices, as well as try to play the game so far in terms of doing different routes, quote quote. I don't know, the routes aren't really like made clear unless you go towards like kind of getting to know the other operatives more close, like developing your relationship with them, compare like that way. I guess that's a route. That's considered a route. Anyways, regardless, whatever. That's what I'm here to do. That's what we're here to do today. Because, you know, last episode we went through all the remaining chapters that we haven't gone through with this new update, going along with my relationship or my story progression with Operative 4 specifically. We got like this really cool like epilogue scene on book 1. I hope that we get something a little bit similar to with that if we go do some of the other guys as well. So without further ado, we're gonna do this here. We're gonna go. I'm going to do like just begin again as a new like route character, start a new game, which gives me the what's it called, the opportunity to change the name properly instead of just having it as the default name setting. But in terms of that, okay, just to clear things up, there's probably gonna be a lot of like scene skips. Anything that's like we've seen so far in terms of like my first run through of the game, it will get cut out. And second of all, I think in between chapters 5 and 7 that we did last time, I know we only had one instance in which we were able to have choices, and that was to talk with 3 and ask him questions and stuff. I'm gonna leave that for 3 for when I do actually 3's like story progression. Like we're focused more on 3, and when we get there I'll do all the rest of the choices there, because it seems like again it's more centralized on his character. So I'll leave it for later when we get back to doing 3. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and I'm going to actually progress with Zero this time. So more focus on developing our relationship with Zero. Yeah, just again, because of that, I'm going to probably cut away some of these like scenes that we've already seen in the beginning. And also for me personally, I think that Zero would probably be the second operator that we have something going on in terms of like progressing with a deeper relationship with, because we've gone on missions with him, we've talked with him. He and us seems to be like the newbie of the group, so we have a lot in common. And also at the end of the scene where chapter 7 ended, him and us were like the only operatives that were taken to Kairos, so it's just us two basically until further notice. So I figured that's it's natural to progress that way. So let's go on ahead. This is basically us coming back to the road to Olympia. Yes. So again, we've come for those of you who don't know the story, we're a drifter group. We were hand selected or suggested to, or were invited by 4, 0, and 9 when they were out doing their mission to come back to Olympia in order to join Phase, and that's where we're going. We've left our home in terms of being a drifter, and then we're heading off to the big city. We're heading off to the big city. Okay, so let's just go on ahead and skip. Okay, so we basically, I know it's a huge time skip, you guys, I'm so sorry, but anyways, we skipped on basically the prologue of this game, which is basically the whole like meeting 9, 4, and 0 out on their mission out in the wastelands. We directed them to the church. We got ambushed at the church, and then we fought off the people there, and then we were invited back to, of course, Olympia. Went through Olympia. 0 picked us up, and he basically took us to Phase headquarters, and we were riding the train towards it, and we kind of try to make small talk with him, but he's not very talkative. He's really shy, and yeah, so here we are, spending our very first days or initial days in Phase, and we were given our room, we were shown our room, and then of course we decided to explore around the building. And the first place we go to, of course, is to the cafeteria, and that's where we run into Zero here. So we notice that there's a lot of like people, a lot of like other operatives, but then of course we notice Zero because he stands out. He's like in all white, and so here we are. We're also commenting how like something about him feels naturally more innocent than the others. Thinking back, he felt different from all the Phantom Alpha team that I met so far. So I find myself curious about why that is and tilt my head. Maybe I should go over and talk to him. Would that be weird? No. Talk to him. I'm contemplating this when he gets up. Come back! He takes his tray to the trash can, empties it, and leaves the cafeteria. Damn, should have moved faster. Order number 106. Oh no, my food. I sigh and stand up to get my food. Maybe next time? Or Dr. Park said I should get to know all my teammates. Maybe I can find him after dinner. So with that thought, I walk over to retrieve my food and finally eat. Okay. So after dinner, I'm back to wandering the corridors again. This time my destination is set on Zero's location, which is only marked as a relaxation area. There. So I'm not sure why I'm able to see it, but I noticed it blinking nearby when I brought up my map. It looks like he's outside. Yes. Wonder why he'd be outside at night. Maybe he can't sleep. As I ponder these things, I move through the seemingly endless corridors. Although I've been trying to ignore it for some time, my heart yearns to see something other than these white walls. No, you're a phase operative now. Gotta think like a city dweller. You're the one who chose to stop drifting after all. My heart doesn't seem to care though, and it continues to argue with my mind until I reach my destination. Yay, up on the rooftop in the gardens. I'm surprised when I open the glass doors to what appears to be a rooftop area with gardens. Or several in fact. The light from inside shines through the glass, giving off a gentle glow in the darkness of night. I easily spot Zero's white jacket against a dark backdrop in the distance. He's sitting on one of the benches with his hands in his pockets, his posture relaxed. I feel uneasy when I suddenly wonder if it's okay to just go talk to him like this. I mean, maybe he wanted to be alone. Remembering Dr. Parks' words, though, gives me strength. So taking my glasses off, I shake my head and begin striding towards him. Yo, what's up, my dude? So he glances at me immediately, his large dark eyes shining in the faint light. Hi. So mind if I sit here? Zero shakes his head and scoots over on the bench, and I sit down. I wait for him to start speaking, to question why I'm here, but he doesn't. Why I'm there, but he doesn't. The seconds stretch on into minutes before that I realize that my plan to chat with him has turned into an awkward silence. Oh no, frantic at my social failure, I tried to think of something good to say that isn't tell me your whole life story. Well, we're probably going to do that. So, yes, it's a real nice night for an evening. Oh god, did I really just say that? Yes. I feel heat rush to my face at my terrible social skills. But Zero just looks at me and actually gives me a small laugh. Yeah. At seeing his bright smile, I relax. Good, so he has a good sense of humor at least. If this had been 4, it might have gone really badly. No! 4 is an okay, guys. Okay. Dr. Park told me that I should try to get to know you guys. The team, I mean. I saw you in the cafeteria earlier, so I thought I'd come say hi. Zero nods along, then scratches his head. Are you getting used to things? Oh, do you have any questions? Lots, I think so. When did you come here? I think we got lots of his backstories. I'm trying to, let's just say, when did you come here? Yeah. One question pops up in my mind. When did you come here, Zero? So I was a little kid, 7 years old. Wow. Yeah, wow, that must have been hard. Yeah. Although I've only been a part of Phantom Alpha for 3 weeks. Yeah. Oh, so you're new like me. Yes. Zero nods and I smile, feeling a little better. I guess we can be the rookies on the team then. I know you've been at phase longer, but let's help each other out. Yes. I hold out a hand to Zero and he looks surprised before taking it. We shake hands briefly and Zero smiles. I was feeling kind of lonely, so I'm glad you came. Yay! Oh, you're so cute. You mean to talk? Zero slowly shakes his head. No. Yes and no. I was sitting out here to collect my thoughts, but I meant to the team. Yeah, I'm the youngest and newest member, and everyone is so experienced. It's been hard sometimes. Yeah, I feel you there. I've been wondering the whole time if they've got the right person for the job. I saw your skills. Yeah, you're good. Don't worry. Yay! I smile and lean back, looking at the sky. I can't help but feel relief from the validation, from hearing it from someone who actually saw me in action. Thanks. After that, we fall silent for the rest of our time together. I think that both of us feel better just having someone who understands. Yay! Okay. Yes, Kairos takes over the course of a few weeks with 7. What area would you like to visit? Oh yeah, no. But this is where we kind of like are able to actually explore everything if we want to. I think. Yes. Let's just stay in our room. Let's just kind of fast forward. I know we meet 6 in our rooms here. Hey, okay, so we have the option of going through the list here of getting to know. I think choosing our partners, and I believe I did do this before with all the other operatives, but we're just gonna go through it with Zero again just to see if there's any sort of like progression or differences, and just to have a little bit of a more continuity. Yes, continuity in terms of the story with Zero that we're going through again. Okay, so the name Zero immediately draws my eye, so I tap on his face and the display goes into call mode. The phone rings endlessly for the next 60 seconds. Do they have voicemails here, or they must? Yes, so I'm just about giving up when I hear a voice. Hello? Morning, Zero. Yes, so morning. I'm calling to see if you'd be willing to come down to do a team compatibility test. It's at 10 this morning. 10? Okay. Okay, that's it. Thanks, see you then. Bye. He doesn't talk much. I end the call and sigh. Well, that was straightforward, but step 1 complete. Partner acquired. Operative 7 on the move. I snort at my own thoughts. Okay, yeah, I'm never saying that out loud. Okay. I forgot kind of what happens when we choose Zero as a partner, but I think of course Dr. Park makes a couple like remarks. I think same thing with 4, significantly more remarks. So I head out the hallway and turn on my overlay map, loading the data that I received from Dr. Park. I wonder, what will this test be like? Seeing Phantom Alpha in action firsthand, I thought they were so cool back then, but now it makes me more nervous than anything else. My skills aren't bad in comparison, but I slow down in my pace and look around. Where am I? Yes, so my eyes dart around on the map, trying to make sense of where I might be. Great, I'm lost. I'm pretty sure I made a wrong turn somewhere, but where? No matter where I look at on the map, I can't see my own indicator. Is the map glitching? Is it missing some areas maybe? I think I've heard of some maps having hidden areas, but this is just ridiculous. I sigh. So I do not have time to be lost right now. I guess I need to try and backtrack to start over. I'm gonna be so late again. Dr. Park is going to think I'm the most irresponsible operative ever. Well, screw Dr. Park for all she stands for. I don't care. I turn around to try and come back the way I come from. Oh, nay, but find myself face to face with the towering Zero. Ah. Zero, what the hell? So did I scare you? Yes, obviously. Why are you here? Yeah, well, because you were obviously lost. Alright, fair enough. But how did you know? And how did you know where to find me? So because I was looking at where you were on the map. So how? That map app seems so janky. Yes. Anyone in phase can track their own team. You never know when you're going to get separated. Yes, so yeah. Oh yeah, we had this. It seems really useful. That's kind of creepy. I don't know how to feel about this. To be quite honest. It seems kind of creepy, but it also sounds like it might be really practical, especially if someone is in a situation where they can't communicate. So I don't know how to feel about this exactly. Undecided for now, I guess? Yeah. Without anything to say, I just nod. We gotta go though, we're gonna be late. Okay, so he starts to walk away towards what I assume is the direction of the lab. Not wanting to be left behind again, I dash after him. So we quietly walk side by side for a while, up a few floors and through a maze of corridors. After a bit, the silence of the halls combined with the silence of the man I'm walking with starts to get me. I glance at Zero. So, how you been? How you been? What's good? So, oh, fine. Seeing as he isn't planning to continue, I keep talking. So, I've been working hard at getting used to it here. I still miss nature. So, me too. Zero's eyes dart from me towards somewhere down the hall. I turn to see what he's staring at. Ah, hi, Dr. Park. Yes. Good morning, Zero. Zero and I meet her in the middle of the hallway. It's good to see you. Were you going to get our missing new operative? Yes. So yes, she got lost. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we're hardly late anyway. Okay, cool. Also I need to say, because I feel like there was a bunch of questions. Thank you for your help, Zero. Or quick time events that I know I'm gonna screw up on. Good job. Yeah, so Zero makes a slight bowing motion, then Dr. Park turns away. So follow me. So that's when a flash of black dashes up from around the corner. I stop dead in my tracks. Yay! We meet Icarus for the first time. A strange man stops in front of us. Is that another face? Nope, it is not. He pulls out what looks like a stun gun and aims it right at Dr. Park. What the hell? Yes, protect the doctor. Let Zero protect the doctor. Yes. I move forward and grab Dr. Park by the arm, pulling her back as I move to stand in front of her. But even as I do, Zero gets between us and the attacker. What the hell is going on here? An alarm blares through the hallway and a voice between the loud screeches announces all too calmly, "The Blue Wings have infiltrated. Kairos is in the building." Kairos, they talked about them in my training videos. How did they get inside? Yes, so the intruder aims his stun gun over my shoulder at Dr. Park. So how did you get in here? Well, the intruder smirks. My only orders were to take Operative 7 alive. You, on the other hand, I didn't get any specific orders for. But I know High Priestess would be happy to analyze the only member of a new class. Yes, you'd have to be able to capture me first. In that moment, the world seems to slow down. The Blue Wings charges up his weapon, and in a split second, Zero begins to move as the man pulls the trigger. Yeah, okay, Origins. Phase 3. Okay, it's Phase 4 now. Oh, Phase 3. No, we're at Phase 3. So Zero leans out of the way of the incoming charge like it's nothing. It sails harmlessly past him, eventually hitting the wall somewhere behind us. Tisk, you wanna be tricky, eh? This would go much easier if you don't fight. It would, for you. Zero rushes forward without warning. He swings for the intruder, who just barely moves back to avoid Zero's clenched hand connecting with his jaw. He jumps back, hopping several times to get as far away from Zero as possible. So the intruder throws something at our feet. It's a flashbang. So as it starts to beep, instinctively we jump out of the way. It beeps several times and lights flash frantically on the little device, but nothing happens. I snap my head back towards the intruder, ready to fight, but he's already gone, halfway down the hallway. I watch his running form with only one thought in my mind. If I run after him now, I could probably still catch him. Stay put, chase after him. I forgot what I did last time here. Oh god. Chase. I'm really okay. Just go. Yes, go. With no time left to hesitate, I bolt after the guy. I hear my partner's footsteps behind me as I run, but I focus entirely on the intruder. He makes a sharp turn down one of the hallways and I follow. But as I turn, I'm forced to come to a screeching halt. Yes. More people! 2 other Blue Wings block off my path. Ugh, seriously? So all I can do is watch the guy run away. So he glances back for a moment and I swear I could see him laugh before he makes another turn and disappears entirely. So ugh, I hate that bastard already. Yes, I do too. I stare at my 2 opponents. Looks like I have no choice. Yeah. Come on, Zero, let's go to town. Zero skids to an immediate halt next to me. If we take them out quick, we may be able to catch up with that guy. Glancing at each other, we nod. Alright, Zero rushes forward first, running straight at the woman closest to us. This will be our makeshift compatibility test. I'm forced to tear my eyes away from Zero when I hear footsteps coming towards me. I sidestep the woman coming at me and stick my leg out to trip her. She jumps over my leg and slides on the floor. I stop her mid-slide by grabbing her shirt. Guided by my Augs, I give her a precision strike to the face, knocking her out. Bye. By the time I look over at Zero, his opponent is already unconscious on the ground. Not a bad team, huh? We do quick work. Yes. Good job, 7. So the comms come alive suddenly and I hear a familiar voice in my ear. Yes, nice. 07, I'm sure you've noticed by now, but most of the building has been infiltrated by Kairos. Hearing 9's soothing voice feels like a relief. Yes, we definitely noticed, but how did they get in? The roof. It seems like they arrived via airship. So airship? How did no one at Phase notice something like that? Cloaking, maybe. Or shoot it down, for that matter. 9 sighs. I don't have enough information to say. Zero and I glance at each other. Oh, and 4 got shot. Yes, he did. Is Hyung... Yeah, Zero wasn't quite able to finish his question. He'll be fine. Dr. Park has him now. Yes, so I'm relieved. But what can we do to help? 9 pauses for a moment. Head for the roof and... Oh, a horrible screeching sound rings in my ear and I almost rip my earpiece out to stop it. And though it ends quickly, my ears still ring for a while. I rub my ear, trying to ease some of the pain. I turn to Zero. They've taken down the network. Guess we should go then. Yes. He nods, quickly marking the nav point for the roof. So he runs off first, leaving me to follow after him. Okie dokies! So on the way to the roof, more Phantom Alpha members caught up. Yeah. Phantom Alpha team members got caught up. We ended up having to fight our way up, but working together we had no trouble getting through the enemies. I make it up to the roof first, and something immediately catches my eye. The enormous airship parked there. I know, just casually. I've never seen one in real life before, but I'm forced to pull my eyes away to focus on more urgent matter. Yes. Yeah, 3! Aw, 3! Oh no, 3. Someone from Phase seems to already be here, fighting off a few of Blue Wings. Yeah, the guy from before is here too, though he seems to have lost his hood somewhere. Finally caught up with you, you bastard. Yes. So one woman tries to go right for the Phase operative, but he kicks the charging infiltrator in the stomach, knocking her down. Yes. Another one moves behind him, and before I can call out for him to watch out, the blue wing gets him into a chokehold. No! The phase operative struggles against the tight grip around his throat, scratching and clawing at the arm that holds him tight. The world slows down and everything seems almost peaceful for a moment as I look on at the scene. The blue wing that has the operative in the chokehold doesn't see me, not yet. She's left herself entirely open for an attack from behind. If I move fast enough, I could take her out before she knows what hit her. Being unseen gives me the perfect opportunity to plan my attack, though I know that I have to make it quick. 1 second too long and I could be discovered. Hit her on the head! There you go. I rush forward, taking care not to make any sound. Although, with the struggle they're in, they may not have heard me anyway. I make a running jump at her, elbowing her right in the temple. So yes, the intruder barely has time to react, letting out some strange mix between a yell and a groan. Yes, her grip on the operative loosens as she falls to the ground like a lifeless doll. So I look up just in time to see another one of the intruders rushing at me, only to be intercepted by Zero. He trips the woman, grabbing her by the arm as she falls forward. Yes, so without hesitation, he slams her face first into the ground with extra force. Oh shit! Brutal. I can't see her face, but the sickening crunch as her face hits the ground lets me know more than enough. A definite reminder that even the cute Zero is a highly skilled operative. Right. He's cute, but his skills and his strength says otherwise. But it's okay. I hear an agonized yell and turn around only to see another of the blue wings fall to the ground. Oh hey! My eyes meet Six's. He winks at me before ducking out of the way of another blue wings trying to knock him down. Curious as I am to what the hell he did to that enemy, this is not the time for questions of any kind. Yes, I suddenly feel something cold at my throat. Oh yes, strong arms wrap around my shoulders as my back is slammed against a hard chest. Don't move. Yes, a rough, low voice whispers in my ear. Though I can't see his face, the voice is familiar, as is the amused tone of the speaker. It's that annoying guy from before. I think of a number of ways I could try to throw him off, but with a knife so close to my throat, I don't want to risk it. Ah yes. Just as they finish off the last of the enemies around us, everyone turns to see me being held hostage. I don't see the other operative though. Which one? 3? Play nice, or 7 here will be dealing with having a new hole to breathe through. My breath catches in my throat, and I hope that none of them decide to be heroes. But the threat seems to be effective enough to make them stay in place. You must be the dog of Kairos. Yeah. Oh, so you finally come out from the shadows. You should have introduced yourself sooner. Yes. The man chuckles, his hot breath tickling my ear. Gross. Alright then, a proper introduction it is. Phantom Alpha, I'm Icarus, and I fell through a hot topic. Servant of the dragon and proud hound of Kairos. The pleasure is truly all mine. Icarus, yes. Nice to finally meet you, Icarus. Ninth casually glances around. Is Artemis here with you? Nine's voice sounds calm, almost cheery as he speaks to Icarus. Suddenly I hear a strange, unpleasant sound and Icarus's hold on me loosens. Oh, the knife in Icarus's hand falls to the ground with a clatter and I move away from him immediately. Nice. I roll around to see the operative from before holding what looks like a broken tablet in his hands. Icarus narrows down on his knees, rubbing his head where the operative hit him. The others move in to surround him as I stare down at his defenseless form. Knock him out, leave him be. Just leave him be. I'm not sure what the protocol here is, so I step back. Yeah. As I do, Zero pushes past me, our shoulders briefly brushing against each other. With zero hesitation, he punches him in the temple. Icarus collapses to the floor almost instantly. Nice, that's for 4. Yeah! Zero mutters quietly, only loud enough for me to hear. So I'm glad I gave him that, like, you know, that chance. There you go. Good call on me. So with Icarus now down and out, the unnamed operative draws attention to himself with a deep sigh. He turns to the broken tablet over in his hand with a mournful look on his face. And I just got it today, yes. Is having nice things really too much to ask for? Yes. He sighs and tosses the broken thing to the side, eliciting a groan from wherever as it landed. That's what he's worried about? Yes. So this is where you were 3. 3. Oh, so he's on my team, the Oracle. Yes, I examined him carefully. Well, his visuals certainly suit his classification. Why were you here by yourself? Just a little while ago, I was in my room doing some analysis. I was going over some security data that I've been working on since last week. I saw something strange, a pattern that kept repeating every day. I figured out that Kairos was planning to take down our systems and attack from the skies. Oh, so unfortunately I figured it out too late, only moments before the attack. Yeah, I couldn't reach anyone, but I knew they'd be coming. I rushed to the roof to confirm the data, but yeah, I found myself in more trouble than I would have liked. Well, yes, obviously. So, Hyung, no offense, but you really gotta think more. I love how Zero still calls everyone Hyung. Coming from you, I take full offense. He's right though, you know you're not a combatant. 3 touches his neck slightly. So, I know, yes. I've been punished enough already, get off my back. So, yes. So, 3's eyes finally moved to me. So, you're 7, our 8th member. So, 7 is 8. Heh. Anyway, it's a pleasure to meet you. So, he knows who I am already. Well, I guess it makes sense, considering his job. Unexpectedly, he leans forward and takes my hand, slowly bringing it up to his lips. Still the charmer, I see. But before he can actually kiss my hand, Zero sighs next to me. Hyung, please. Confused over what's happening or how to react, I do the only thing that comes to mind. Yes. I pull my hand away from his to a chorus of sighs. Is this how he always greets people? Given everyone's reaction, I can't help but wonder that. You don't all have to be like that. Is it really so hard to appreciate? It's just my thing. It's who I am as a person. 9 sighs again. The last time you tried to do that was to Dr. Park and it didn't go well. I raised my eyebrow at that. I can't help but feel like that's a terrible idea from even the little I know of her. Right, so I wince at the very sudden and very loud static in my ear. Operatives be warned, the Kairos infiltration seems to be larger than expected. All over, yes, so all over, yes, they're all over the place. The message cuts off with only that, and we all look at each other. 9 is the one to speak. Yep, he doesn't say anything as he looks over towards the Kairos airship. I love how he's the one to speak, but he doesn't say anything. So this is the large-scale rebellion. Yes, I believe that Kairos is attacking in more places than just here right now. It's impossible to put out fires everywhere. What do you mean by rebellion? What does Kairos want anyway? So what they want is 9 sighs. Nothing less than the destruction of Phantasm. World domination! Yay! What? Why? I'm not entirely certain. It'd be good if I could talk to them and understand better. 9 exhales slowly, deeply, and looks back at us. Let's check out the airship and commandeer it. We'll bring the fight back to Kairos. Yes, this is where we go. So stepping inside the airship, we quickly find that it's completely empty. I've never been in one before, so I have to keep my mouth from falling open in wonder. I also have to resist the urge to go off exploring like a tourist, so you can get a better look later, Hana. We move through the hallways quickly and quietly. At one point, 3 glances at me. Hey, back there, when that woman was choking me. Thanks for helping me out. Yeah, of course. Isn't that what teammates are supposed to do? Yeah, true, but you reacted so fast that even though we hadn't met, I'm grateful. She had that knife. I was afraid of what would happen if I didn't. Being an operative can be pretty scary, huh? So that's true, but thanks to you, nothing happened, so why worry about it? Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at things. So 3 and I end our little conversation with me being faintly surprised at his happy-go-lucky nature. We continue to move through the large airship towards the front where the controls should be. Wherever we look, though, the place is just empty. And this is where we meet 5 and 8! As we reach the cockpit, we hear voices and cautiously approach. What we find upon entering is completely unexpected. Yeah! 2 phase operatives are in there with who I assume is the pilot. They stand at either side of her seat. That hair, I remember seeing their dossiers, yeah. This must be 5 and 8. I don't know much about the 2 or what they can do, so I follow the rest of the team's lead. We silently wait by the entrance out of the pilot's line of sight. Please, just take us there? Yeah. You must think I'm an idiot. No, you're my friend now, yeah. We would never think that about you. We just want to spend some time with you. Is that so bad? 8 leans down closer to her, his eyes glow faintly. It'll be fun, yes. Fun. So fun. Weekend. The pilot's voice grows soft and faint. Ace's voice becomes gentle to match hers. Yes, so as friends, we just want to know more about you. See what kind of place you live in. This time I can see the faint glow of 5's eyes. But it's more than that. His skin begins to grow paler. Is that a side effect of his Ogs? Yes. So I want to see Kairos. Can you show us? Yes, show you. So show me! I'll show you! We heard it's beautiful there. It's full of plants and water, right? Ours only has them in the gardens. Yes, it's beautiful. I really want to see, yes. Showing beautiful things to beautiful people. That sounds nice, doesn't it? Whatever is happening, the pilot is now nodding along happily to everything they say. Okay, I'll take you with me. I can even show you my favorite places in the base. Yes, so thank you. You're the best. 8 finally diverts his attention to us. So you can come out now. Yes, the pilot looks confused for a moment, but 8 smiles at her as we show ourselves. Don't worry, these are our friends. And our friends are your friends too. You're safe with us. The pilot nods and settles into her seat. Yay. So 5 immediately moves to stand in front of me. Hi 7. Yes, he sticks his hand out. I'm 5. I've been really excited to meet you. So, a bit taken aback by this energetic man, I start to shake his hand. Instead, he gives mine a squeeze with both hands before letting it drop. 8 steps closer, standing next to 5. Hi, I'm 8, and me too, it's a pleasure. Staring at these two men, I start to feel bad for the pilot, having been under their persuasive onslaught. Their charisma is so powerful, I can almost feel it. Me too, I'm really happy to meet you as well. I mean, excited? Nice to meet you. I hope we can work well together. I'm certain we will, so let's work hard. Yay! Okay. So 8 turns to the men with me that I had almost forgotten about. I'm glad to see you guys. We were about to get intel that Kairos is empty right now. Yeah, we were able to get intel that Kairos is empty right now. This pilot is willing to take us there if you want to go. So willing, huh? Amusement dances in 6's eyes when he asked. Now she is, yeah. 5 turns to the pilot. They're our friends, so they're coming too. Well, okay, the more the merrier, right? Exactly. Blah blah blah. So 8's eyes flit over to the group as if looking for someone. Communications have been down, so we couldn't talk to anyone. Where's 4? Yeah, he got shot. He got shot during an encounter with Icarus. Yeah, the 2 operatives remain silent at the news. Don't worry, guys. He'll be fine. The medical team will make sure he's back up before we know it. Yes, 6 sighs. Anyway, I don't want to miss the opportunity to infiltrate Kairos, but I can't feel comfortable with leaving phase like this. I think 5 and 8 were right to set this up. We need to take this opportunity to eliminate the enemy for good and stop this rebellion at its core. Yay. I want to go too, but we can't just leave phase when we're being attacked. Throughout the conversation, I find myself watching 9. He seems to be carefully listening to everyone's opinion and weighing the options in his mind. Hey 9. 9's attention snaps to me. What do you think we should do? So we can split up, yeah. Have half the team go back and help the other operatives back at phase, and suddenly a voice comes on over our comms, loud and clear. Yes, those 10. You can all go. Phantom Beta is in control of the situation. So everyone looks shocked at the voice. The comms were iffy at best before they went down completely. Status report 10? Yes, so Phantom Beta is pushing back the enemy and we've restored communications, as you can hear for yourself, so there's no need to waste time squabbling. If you've got an opening to strike at Kairos, take it and end this shit. You're certain? Yes, do you really think that Phantom Alpha is so special that their presence would make or break a situation like this? Or do you just think all those trained operatives are useless if Alpha isn't there to hold their hand? Stop wasting time and go do your damn jobs. Oh my god, I just don't get your asses killed. 10 out. 0 and I share an astonished look at what just happened. Whatever the rest of the team's real reactions are, they hide them well. So 9 quickly recovers and puts on his sunglasses. You heard 10, let's go. We'll trust in our comrades to take care of HQ. For the most part. Nods and murmurs of agreement resound throughout the space. Let's do our best, everyone. Yes, let's do it. Of course we will. Alright, so 9 gestures to 5. Tell your friend we're ready. So 5 walks to the pilot's chair and smiles down at her. Can we go to your house now? Yes, just finish the systems check. Ready to go. Prepare for takeoff. Yes. As I find the nearest seat, my mind wanders. The leader of Phantom Beta. There seems to be many interesting people in phase. I hope I can hold my own against such a high caliber of professionals. The airship vibrates slightly. I feel the world shift beneath my feet as we set out for Kairos headquarters. Off we go! Off we go! We reach Kairos without any issues and safely land on the rooftop. We empty out of the airship, leaving the pilot behind. The 7 of us stand at the entrance to the Kairos base. I'm not sure what I thought Kairos would look like, but I know it wasn't this. It's so nice and warm and peaceful. The serenity of the quiet rooftop deeply contrasts my apprehension about infiltrating an enemy base with no training. I might not have faced training, but I just need to follow my orders and handle myself like always. Before we can head inside though, there is one issue. We need to split up into teams. Yes. So 6 nods as his eyes scan the door. If we don't want to get caught the moment we walk in, yeah. Going inside in 2 or 3 teams would probably work the best. So 3 sides. It's a shame 4 isn't with us since we finally have an 8th member in our team. Splitting up would have been much easier, right? So 9 quietly taps his foot as he thinks. Hi 4, so I ain't dead, so don't count me out just yet. A chorus of 4 is in varied volumes surrounds me, yet I can still perfectly hear 4 scoff through the comms. He waits for the cheering to calm down before he continues as if everyone hand just screams his name in excitement. I join in with a little cheer of my own, relieved to hear that my teammate is actually okay. It's one thing to keep hearing he'll be okay, and another to actually hear him again. I'll be joining you remotely. Yes, so glad to hear it. Okay, team, we'll be infiltrating the building, since the pilot said it should be empty. We can't trust the enemy's words though, even a charmed one. Therefore, we'll be getting into the infiltration and emissary subunit configuration. The what now? The infiltration unit will ensure the building is actually empty and clear the way for the emissary unit. So, but why even bring the emissary unit here? I would prefer that we would be able to talk with the Kairos leadership and avoid any unnecessary bloodshed. Right, so I hope that we can come to an understanding with them. There's some unsure mumbling, but no one seems to willingly outright disagree with the leader. For myself, there's really only one thing I'm worried about. Since my skills aren't particularly suited to either unit, which one will I be joining? You and Zero would be partnered up together as a duo at times from now on, since you're both strong and versatile fighters. And in this case, Zero's hacking skills would be needed to ensure we can open every door. Why don't you two choose a name for your unit? Yeah, while the others converse amongst themselves about their plan of action, I turn to Zero. Do you have any ideas for the name? Well, we both fight, so fighters? Nah. Team fighters? Seriously? That's so lame. I'm not good at this kind of thing. It's okay. I think you were on the right track. So a team name should describe what they do. But we need something cooler. For morale. Yes, right. For morale, of course. Yeah, we kick ass. So, team kick ass? Yeah, no. No, Zero. I laugh. Seriously, you are terrible at this. I was thinking like destroy, destruction, devastation. Well, I gasp and point excitedly at Zero. Ooh, that sounds awesome. Team devastation, dev for short. Oh yeah, I totally forgot dev was for short. Yes, they. At one point, I think 9. Yeah, I think 9 called us when we were about to get like jumped in the warehouse saving 5. He was like team dev, and I was like, what's dev again? And I was like, team. Yeah, that's what it stands for. Dev sounds cooler though. Devastation for the full name sounds kind of cheesy. Sounds cool. Okay, so we wait until the others finish their conversation to announce our new unit name. 9 laughs. It really suits you two. Dev team, really? The abbreviation is deceptively cute. I love it. It's super cool, so I'm kind of jealous. Why be jealous? We've got our own cool subunit. I can't believe these guys are all supposed to be deadly operatives. I think back to what I just saw with the pilot. I guess it makes a lot of sense to pair those two up though. Right. Since that's decided, now you two can pick which team you would prefer to go with. The emissary unit consists of 3, 5, and me, and though we're down 1 member, the infiltration unit consists of 6, 4, and 8. So who do you want to go with? We should support 7 can choose. I know. He glances at me as he says it, and I suddenly feel everyone's eyes on me. So which team should I choose? Yes, infiltration, because even though 4 is like working remotely from us, but like in terms of body count, that we need to support them. Infiltration. We'll go with the infiltration unit. So welcome to the team, 7 and 0. So we're 1 member down, so we'll have to be extra vigilant. Yes, so 4 suddenly chimes in over the comms. Hey, don't talk like I'm dead. Yeah, sometimes I can still hear his voice. 6 laughs. 4 scoffs and mutters something, though it's too quiet for me to hear. But the other team decided we all head inside. So the infiltration unit leads the way and the emissary unit follows. So once inside, the emissary unit lags behind. 3 provides us with all of the map, though it's not entirely complete. I load it as an overlay on my ARO glasses. Though 3 isn't with us physically, he does provide some support over the comms. Based on my data, the leadership seems to be either in the middle or in the basement. That kind of seems like, I don't know, a wide margin of error. So you're supposed to be the data analyst, and all you can tell us is that. So hey, that's a 50-50 chance. Don't complain. Just find the elevators. So yes, so that should make it easy. 50-50 means you'll get them quick or quicker. Maybe, but that also means wherever they are will have the highest security. They probably left some Kairos operatives here, and it'd be only the strongest ones. We shouldn't get distracted. We begin to move quietly through the empty hallways. If we can finally find the Kairos leadership, this could be a good opportunity to take them all out. 8 suddenly whispers, "Hell yes, we can stop the rebellion at the source and finally end Kairos for good." Well, that ain't gonna happen, no. That's true, this unpleasant event just might be serendipity. Ha 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 ha. As I listen to them talk, one thing comes to mind, an important detail that everyone forgot to mention. Guys, can you tell me who the Kairos leaders are? Yeah, I keep my voice low as I ask them. There are 3 leaders, so 3 pains in the ass, especially the magician. But they're gonna, apparently the magician, like, as a pain in the ass they were pretty much easily disposed of thanks to 10. So 6 quietly chuckles at 4's interruption. You can get a full debrief on them later, so you aren't completely lost. So that you aren't completely lost, High Priestess is the leader of all the Kairos, the big boss. She's the one who ultimately decides everything. And Temperance is the spy mistress and the mistress of misinformation. She's the hidden eyes and ears of Kairos, as well as the reason Phase has to deal with any lies spread about us. And then, as forementioned, there's the magician. She's the genius inventor, the one responsible for all their technology. That, and she's their best gun. I could hear a little scoff over the comms, something I assume is 4 again. Call me crazy, but 4 seems to really have something against this magician. We all fall silent after that. As we move deeper into the building, it becomes clear that the pilot wasn't lying. There's a notable lack of people. The complete silence is creeping me out. Coming from someone with a class named Siren, it seems kind of ironic. It just feels like someone is going to jump out at us. Yeah. Do you want to talk then? If it'll ease your nerves. Well, fine. Let's take a little break. 8 exhales and nods. Thanks. Yeah, 8 isn't used to being on the front lines. I'm worried about Monarch back at Phase 2. Who's Monarch? Cat. 8's cat. Yeah, 8's his cat. He's so cute. He's the cutest thing ever. I'm sure he's fine. You know how capable he is. So it's calming down over here, but I bet he's fine. You're right. He's so smart and independent. 8 dramatically clutches his chest and staggers a few steps. Arg, but he always returns to me no matter what. Yes, I love him so much. Aw, I can see that. I can't wait to meet him. Oh, you want to meet him? Yes, I do. I'll show him to you as soon as I can. So I smile back at this cute person before me in some disbelief he's a deadly operative. Yes. Hey, 8. Yeah? Is it okay if I ask you a question? Go ahead. So, I thought we were gonna talk to 0! Unless... oh, well, whatever. It's fine. Anyways, I'm probably gonna skip out on most of this part too. I know we've gone through a lot of the same dialogue that we've been through the first time we did this, but yeah, I'm just gonna probably skip on a lot of the fight scenes. Try to include more on 0 scenes as well to, again, the continuity of things. So yeah, okay. Hey, so yeah, we skipped out on a lot of the conversation, and we basically, what's it called? Where's the log? Okay, so we talked to 0, well, talked to 8. We talked to 8 about how I asked him how he joined Phase, but he didn't really give us much information on that. But then afterwards we were back and up again. We're going towards the front doors, and 0 is supposed to like hack into the locks of the doors, and then we're his backup basically as he hacks. So there we go. So yeah, so 6 says, then we'll guard the ends of the hallway and wait for the emissary to catch up while you do your thing. So if something or someone attacks, just shout, and if there's trouble, we'll keep them off of you. So good luck, you two. So yeah, 8 says good luck, you two. Okay, so there we go. 0 gives a short nod before going to the console. So I watch as 6 and 8 walk to the opposite ends of the hallway. But something strange catches my eye. A black cat stares back at me from behind the glass. But when I blink, it's already gone. Huh? Weird, yes. So I shake my head and decide to focus on my orders instead. My body tense, I look around, examining the hallway, before quickly realizing there's really no point. They'd have to get through the rest of the team before they get to us anyway. Yes, so I take a deep breath of one who's gone through a long, hard day. I think this is the first time I've stopped moving today. Yeah, the quiet stillness of the night sends a wave of tiredness over my body. I'm forced to remember that I wasn't ready for a mission like this. Especially not a night one. Yes, Kairos likely planned it this way on purpose. Either way, I need to find a way to stay awake until this is over. Say hello, yeah, so I turned to Zero sitting on the floor. Turned to look at Zero sitting on the floor. He looks unhappy as he moves invisible screens around with one finger. Well, invisible to me anyway. So from the glow of his eyes and the intensity of his focus, there's no doubt that he's seeing Kairos' systems. The silence between us seems to stretch on. The tiredness is creeping in, though I take off my ARO glasses and push back my hood. I rub my eyes. What should I do? So ask Zero a question, start pacing around, watch Zero work. We can ask him questions. We can get to know him more, even though I know he's in the middle of work. So yeah, conversation is always mentally stimulating, so maybe I could give it another try with Zero. Not like there's anything else to do anyway. So hey Zero, can I ask you a question? So I asked a question, but Zero doesn't respond even the smallest bit. He looks too intent on his hacking. Or maybe he's mad. He does look mad. Zero, are you angry with me? Are you so upset with me guarding you because I'm new, or... I'm not mad at you. I'm frustrated with myself. Aw, yourself? What? If I did more things well, they'd trust me more. Then no one would have to have someone guard me at all. Aw, I see. No, Zero. I can't say his logic in general is wrong, but I doubt this is a matter of trust. But who's to say? He definitely knows more about how they work than I do. Was that your question? Uh-huh, so you heard me. So, sort of. You asked 2 questions just now. Oh, no, that wasn't it. I sigh. Sorry, I'm sure I'm distracting you. I'm just trying to find a way to stay awake. So, are you sleepy? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't expect to go on an intense mission lasting through the night when I woke up early this morning. Yeah, then do you want to talk? Yes. Whoa, you're offering me to talk? Gosh, I was just trying to help. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just surprised. Anyway, sure, if it's not too distracting. Yeah, I'm almost done, so it's okay. I don't really know what to talk about, though. Then, can I ask you something kind of personal? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna save this just in case. Just to have saves. There we go. Okay, so yeah. So if I want to keep a conversation going, I'd better ask something with depth, or I'll just get more one-word answers. So, do you guys go through this sort of thing every day? How are you also skilled despite your ages? And what would you be doing if not this? Oh yeah, we had these questions before. Okay, so yes, let's just ask that. Something more personal. So, trying to keep the mood light, I decided to ask a what-if question. So, what would you be doing if you weren't, well, here? Doing this. I avoid specifying anything else on the off chance an enemy was nearby, but Zero seems to immediately get it. I don't know. So really? You've never thought about a different life? So no, I have. I used to all the time when I was young. I just forgot because it's been so long. Zero shifts into silence for a moment. I can't help but feel a pang in my heart knowing that he's been with FaZe since he was a child. Yeah. I've always done well with sports. That's how FaZe recruited me. But I always liked the arts even more. Yeah, like drawing and stuff. Yeah. Oh, do you do any art? Yeah, I used to before I joined Phantom Alpha. What kind of art do you miss? Art? What kind of art? What kind of art do you like to do? Yes, like drawing, music, maybe. Yeah, but I don't think there's any art that I don't think there's any art that I dislike. What then? What was your favorite? I don't know really. Yeah, so maybe drawing. I think I like to draw dragons and skulls and stuff. Yeah, cool things. Oh, were you good? I can't remember. I don't really have memories about normal stuff anymore. What? Why? Yes. So, what's taking so long, you two? My heart skips a beat at the sudden interruption. Placing my hand on my chest, I turn to see 6 standing there. So 6? What? We've all been waiting out here for you to get the door open, Zero. You were taking so long. I thought you might have run into trouble. Sorry, Hyung. Yeah. I pull back on my hood and shove on my ARO. No, I'm sorry. I'm sure I was distracting him. Zero shakes his head. No, it's fine. I was delayed only 11 seconds longer than I would have been, I think. So you counted? Well, Zero is just that good. I thought you both were probably fine. The lock is open now. Yes, so Zero nods. On we go. Six turns away from us, and I hear his voice over the comms. Emissaries, hold your positions. I'm going to check the area along with devastation. Okay, so be careful, Six. Yeah, you worry too much. We'll do well. Six positions himself on one side of the door and waves us to him, pointing to the other side. Zero presses his back against the wall, and I do the same next to him, leaving him closest to the door. I take a deep breath and try to get my head back in the game after my talk with Zero. So all that can wait for later. Until after we get out of here. Yes, so Six looks at both of us, his eyes seeming to say ready. I nod. Zero makes a gesture in the air, pressing some button only he can see. So I hear a beep and the hissing air of door's pressure mechanism as it slides open. Before the door even fully opens, I get a feeling of something, and Six shouts, "Move back!" Yes, so Zero and I jump back from the door, but Six isn't as lucky. No! So a masked woman stands before us, two large guns drawn, pointed right at Six. Hey there! Heh, good to see you again, Mags. Mags, the magician? So this is one of the Kairos' leader then. I guess we found what we were looking for, if not in the exact way we wanted. It's been a while, so I'm gonna help you out with some free advice. What's that? Don't move unless you want to get fucked up. I'm perfectly okay with that if you do, though. I'm not sure who she is, but I can sense her murderous intent. Her slender body belies her fierce, intense aura. Despite her jovial tone, I know she's not messing around. It's a shame Four isn't here to properly greet you. Yeah, I heard. He's lucky that I wasn't the one to shoot his ass, but she's lucky she wasn't up against me. Okay, Four. Ow, my head. He must seriously hate her. The magician, or Megs, as Six called her, shrugged as if hearing Forrest's remark. So much for the mighty assassin. Tempe sends her regards to you, by the way. So Six chuckles to himself, but he keeps his eyes trained on Megs' large guns. He seems to be holding up well under the weapons pointed at his face. But my own heart is pounding in my chest as I wonder what to do. How to help Six without getting him killed. So my eyes shift to Zero. He's focusing on the scene before us. His usually gentle eyes are now sharp, boring holes into Megs. So you've got the upper hand, but you haven't attacked yet. So what do you want? The same as usual, my trigger finger is itching. You know I wouldn't mind if this turned into a bloodbath. But Pri wouldn't be happy. Pri, she must be referring to the one known as High Priestess. It seems like this Pri wants us alive then. I'm grateful her subordinates seem to listen to her. Since you came all this way, she thought she would greet all of you. She wouldn't want our honored guests getting lost in our home. Of course, I'm a nice girl, so I suggested I be the one to come here and pick you up. Question is, are we gonna do this the easy way or the fun way? A tense silence fills the air as I frantically wonder what's the right move to make here. For everything about this woman seems guarded yet eager, ready. There's no openings that I can see that wouldn't end up in someone's death. So 6, step to the right. Yeah. 0, engage the magician the instant he does. Okay. 7, provide support. Okay! 9's calm and pleasant voice filters through my comms, contrasting the tension of the moment. But I don't have time to think about my orders because the men are already in motion. Without a hint of hesitation, 6 smoothly sidesteps Mags' gun. Oop! Instantly reacting, she opens fire on him as he runs to the side. But 0 runs towards her, causing her to spin around towards him, gun aimed at his face. Not so fast! Responding to my adrenaline, my odds activate. Time seems to slow. That's when I see my opening. Her attention is divided. Her body is reacting to 0, but she's still pulling her vision away from 6. This is my chance. I run directly towards her. Her gaze turns towards me, but her body is too slow. I know she won't be able to make a clear shot on anyone right now. Ignoring her guns, I grab both of her wrists with all my strength and twist them. Ugh, yes, haha. So her guns clatter to the floor, but 0 runs and swipes them up before she has a chance to do more. Haha. So I can sense her annoyance behind her mask as she looks at me. Suddenly, she begins to struggle against my strength. Then, with a frustrated growl, she violently breaks my grip on her. Wow. Having miscalculated the strength of her delicate frame, I stumble backwards from the forest. Shit, I'm open. There's nothing I can do. But before I can even catch myself, my back hits something hard. Ah, hi. I turn my head and see that 6 has his hands on my shoulders, steadying me with a smile. I quickly look back towards Mags and 0. Now in possession of her weapon, 0 slowly walks towards us from the other side of the room. He has both guns aimed at Mags, thus trapping her between 6 and I and her own weapons. Status report. The magician has been captured. Hearing only 0, Mags responds with a smile. Don't you think it's a little early to jump to conclusions? 0 doesn't respond, steadily keeping the guns he holds trained on her. You sure you can handle those? Yes, I'm sure I'll manage. Hands up. Mags laughs and slowly puts her hands up in the air. So you're not a completely trained dog then. Nice. Zero's eyes narrow and I feel a surge of anger go through me. Who are you to talk? If your master tells you not to do something, you obey as much as any of us. Mags laughs again. There's a pretty big difference between a master-pet relationship and actual comrades. I open my mouth to speak before his voice rings out in my head. So 6, you're still alive, right? Yes, seems like it. So we're walking in now. Ah, you guys did awesomely. Thank you. So cool, so cool. Nice work, everyone. Hold your positions. So I relax just a little and allow myself to breathe. We finally completed part of our mission. With the magician under our control, we now have a bargaining chip in negotiation with Kairos. So I'm so glad no one got hurt. So I watch the magician while we wait. Her expression is inscrutable under her uniquely looking mask, but she stands there defiant. Her hands are up in a gesture of surrender, but I get the feeling that it's more of our benefit than anything. I tilt my head and begin to wonder if there are any more enemies around. 6, yes. Good evening, everyone. So this is High Priestess speaking. The main leader of Kairos. Yes, a woman's deep voice rings throughout the lobby, but it sounds as if it's through a PA system. I just wanted to formally greet you all and thank you for playing with Mags. She was burning to meet you all. Additionally, I wanted to thank you for your help. Thank us. Damn it, this can't be good. Right. We've captured your base. Yay! I told you it was too early to be celebrating, didn't I? While you visited us in our home, we were able to turn back the tides at yours. Yeah. Seriously? Yes. I've always wanted to say this, actually. Thank you for falling into our trap. Olympia is now under Kairos' control. Yay, yay, resurgence! Yay, oh yeah, phase 1. Oh yeah, we still got a whole crap ton of things to go through. So a trap, but how? Are you kidding me? Yes. But before anyone can respond, there's a sudden sound behind us. Arg, yes, so the 3 of us in the room all turn towards it. All of us except Zero, who keeps his eyes chained on the magician. Okay, but what? Yeah. Activate my comms. Guys? Hey, be careful. What? 4's voice cut off mid-sentence. 4? 4? Oh my god, hey, it took him long enough. Who? Like I tell you. It was worth a shot. Okay. So Zero, keep an eye on the magician. So I'm going to go check on the others. Got it. Okay. Okie dokes. 6 turns to leave through the door we had entered through, but they burst open all on their own. Yes. So an unexpected scene plays up before us as several men come stumbling in. Icarus has his arms thrown around Nines' neck as the taller man struggles to get him off of him. But behind Icarus, 3 is, he's hitting Icarus in the head over and over again with a tablet. Stop hitting me! I would if you'd just go down already. So 8 and 5 follow the men in, their faces both annoyed and anxious. You can do it, 3. Let go of our leader. Yes. When I shake off the surprise of the almost comical scene, I see 6 already rushing over to jump into the fray. But then a red blur streaks by out of the corner of my eye. I spin around to see the magician throwing a punch right at Zero, and she's way too close for him to fire the guns he's holding. Zero, look out! So I reach out towards him even as I move, but it's too late, I can't stop it. The magician's fist connects with his chest. I can see Zero's body shake with the force of the blow, but he doesn't move, not even a little. So he keeps the magician's guns firm in his hands. She stares at him, her eyes wide behind her mask. Still running towards the 2, I can hear Zero's labored breathing as he looks down at her. Is that all you got? Thought a Valkyrie would hit harder. Oh, wow. Jump into the fight, let Zero handle it. Well, we can let him handle it because, he sees this is our, little premium choice, so I might as well just do it. Do it, not bad. What I've heard about the Zero Initiative might not be all bullshit after all. What have you heard? Oh, nothing much, just that you might not be as dull as you look. Maybe not the most stable soldier around. Oh no, stable. So although Zero doesn't say a word, I can tell that she's struck a nerve by the way he stiffens. That's all the warning either me or the magician has before Zero tosses the guns to the ground. In the next instant, he snaps out his arms and wraps his big hand around the magician's thin neck. Ugh. Oh gosh. Zero? Is he going to kill her? Nope. The magician's hands clutch at Zero's on her throat, but she might as well be trying to pry off steel. Zero! So the magician's eyes roll back in her head and her body goes limp. The second it does, Zero lets go. The magician drops to the ground. Wow. Dang. Not hesitating this time, I run over to Zero. I look down at the magician's body. She's not dead. It was just a nerve pinch. I take a deep breath in relief and glance up at Zero, but he won't meet my eyes. Are you alright? Fine. Damn, I don't get to say anything more before 9 calls out to us. Guys, talk later. Yes, we need to retreat. Yes, that's right. We don't know what High Priestess is planning or if this place is really empty. We have to get back to the roof. Yeah, I'll take this guy with us. Leave the magician, though. She's too much trouble. You think I'll come along that easily? Yes, I know you will. So Six moves his arms almost imperceptibly, but Icarus lets out a short but pained yell. I'm looking forward to finding out how you got here. But for now, let's move quickly. Our escape path decided, we rushed out of the room, headed towards the rooftop. So after navigating Kairos' building's twists and turns, we finally make it out back onto the rooftop. I bend over, panting a little from our prolonged yet rushed exit. We're close to the airship now. I can't believe we didn't come across anyone. Well, yeah, I'm glad we didn't. Yes, but it is worrisome. Why? So you think it's a trap? Yes, I do think it's a trap. Hey, we've got company. I'm suddenly aware that we're not alone on the roof. You just love spoiling surprises, don't you, Six? Bet you're real fun at parties. Well, yeah, so seriously, you again? So I thought you might be missing me. Who'd ever miss a harpy like you? Somehow the woman we had left passed out cold in the lobby is already back up. I know, right? Like, Jesus Christ, she has a... Like, and this time, there's a huge black cannon hefted on her shoulder, and of course it's aimed at us. As she stares us down on the sights a bit, I can sense that she has no intent to hold back this time. Put simply, she's pissed. But so am I. I'm tired of you, and you're in our way. I'm done playing. So yeah, I focus my odds and everything slows down. The cannon can hit a large area, but she still has to aim it somewhere. So the magician's eyes flit towards Zero, and the cannon moves slightly towards him. It's so brief, it's likely any normal person would have missed it. Of course, he's the one who KO'd her, hurt her pride, I guess. So she's temperamental and not quite so rational then. Without another thought, I throw my whole body at Zero. With my odds activated, time slowed for me like this, I can see Zeros' eyes shift from Megs to me. Yes, so for a second his body tenses and I think he might actually be getting ready to throw me to the side. But then our eyes meet for just a moment, and I can see understanding dawn on his confused face. Sorry, Zero. He tenses but doesn't make any other motions as I collide right into him. Using my force to propel us both, I grab onto his jacket the moment I get close enough. We roll away just as an explosion hits the spot where Zero was just standing. With us tumbling like this, I can't stop back and look. Not even when a second explosion goes off behind us. What was that? Was someone hit? So there's no way she could have recharged that weapon that fast. Frustrated by how long everything seems to be taking, I deactivate my AUGs. Yes, so the second we come to a stop, I sit up and look back towards where the explosion went off. But there's so much smoke I can't actually see anything. So all I can hear is coughing and sounds of confusion. I shouldn't move, I could end up becoming a bigger target if I do. I hope everyone's alright. I feel the ground move beneath me and look down. Only to realize that the ground is actually Zero. Hello? I can barely see his face with all the smoke, but he isn't looking at me. I can tell he doesn't look happy though. Oh, I'm sorry. I lightly hop off him, feeling guilty. Still lying down, Zero covers his face for a moment. He gently smacks his cheeks with both hands several times. Are you okay? Trying to peer through the smoke at him, I reach out a hand. But Zero just lifts both legs and jumps up in one smooth movement. Fine, I'm fine. Just flustered. I nod and go back to trying to see through the smoke. I realize that there's definitely something there. I can see something metal gleaming in between the puffs of in between the white puffs of smoke and something narrow and long attached to it. After a moment I realize that it's actually an arm and it's holding a giant axe or maybe a scythe. My whole body tenses. Another Kairos agent. Nope, it's just 10. As the smoke continues to clear, I hear the others shouting out Zero's and I's name, asking if we're alright. I know we only have seconds of cover left anyway if the person doesn't already know we're here. It's better if they know we're here so they can help. We're okay, but there is someone here. Yeah, as the tall figure finally moves and the wisp of smoke part around them. And I let out a small gasp at the presence before me. All I can sense is radiating power. This one's way more dangerous than the magician. I can't help but feel fear at the tall, muscular being before me. Especially when she easily lifts the giant scythe and sweeps it across the air between us. Ooh yes, I don't even have time to move. The air blows my hair in every direction as the smoke clears from the motion. Instinctively, I move to get in front of Zero, but he steps in front of me instead. Clenching my fist, I glare at his back. This kid. But for all of our tension, this person pays us no mind, instead talking to herself. Can't see for shit in all this smoke, and of course there's no wind tonight. But I'm certain she's fled already. Tish, coward. Oh well, she won't get far with those kinds of injuries. Relaxing, I tilt my head as the woman's eyes pass over Zero and I without any interest. Are you looking for the magician too? Yes. 9 appears from the remaining smoke besides the yellow-clad person as if on cue. Of course they are. This is Operative 10, leader of Phantom Beta. Oh, and it's probably best if I tell you now that 10 prefers neutral pronouns. Yes. Another voice speaks from beside me and I jump. I can't pick up any readings here besides us. I think both Mags and Icarus got away in that second explosion. Even if she did, she'd be dead soon enough. Don't bother thinking I missed her with a weapon this big in close quarters. Although I do like to see the bodies as much as anyone. Gotta confirm the kill after all. Gotta double tap. I swallow, feeling suddenly very out of place. So that explosion, what happened? What do you think happened? I saved your asses. 10 kicks something and I hear the sound of metal grating against metal. I look down and see the pieces and ashes of that cannon all over the ground. Whoa, how did they do that without hurting themselves, much less anyone else? Well, I don't know why or how you're here, but we're grateful for that. Ada emerges from my other side and I clutch my heart. God, if even I can get close to you, you should really work on your perception, you know. Stop it, shut up. I'm fine. So it's been a really long night, you know. Of course, but if little smokes and mirrors is all that's needed to let your guard down, you'll let just about anyone get close. Well, stop. 5 appears on the other side of 8 and nods. It's important to be aware of your surroundings. You too, 5? Yes. Deeze's voice comes from next to 9 across from us. Coming from you, that almost sounds like a joke. Ugh, we don't have time for your banter. Yes, we need to get out of here. There may be more reinforcements coming. Okay, 10. 10 is right. Let's get to the airship fast. I can see the best in the smoke, so follow me. Okay. 6 gives us no time to argue and begins heading towards the airship. With no other choice, we rush off after 6. Okay. So where I'm gonna probably skip out on this for the most part is just our conversation in which we are feeling a little sad because our base is has been commandeered, has been taken over. So I'm gonna skip out on this. And if anything Zero related, like little private moments with Zero comes up, then I'm gonna obviously slow down and I'm gonna actually include them. Okay, so I skipped on a lot of things because again, the whole we were regrouping and making up a plan to come up with a plan to infiltrate back into phase and trying to take over phase again, and our main goal was to get in and go to the command center and to basically take out the commander there, and then that's how, you know, cut the head off the snake kind of thing. That's what we're doing. So yes, 5 goes into infiltrate first by disguising himself as like the carrier, the Kairos carrier. He goes in. We're supposed to meet up with 4, and obviously everyone else is supposed to be doing our jobs and to support backup. So yeah. So as we're waiting to rendezvous with 4, we're basically checking up on how 5 is doing and how other people are doing. 5 basically infiltrated, got past security personnel's okay with this disguise, and so now with nothing left to do, we can either check up on 5 again or we can check up on 0, which we're gonna do. So we're gonna do that. 0. Check on 0. So I should check up on 0. I take a quick look around and make sure I'm still alone before using my ARO to access the OFV. Yes. 0, how you doing? Yes. So I'm surprised to see 10 and 0 already in phase itself. Yes. So is the big mission already starting? 5 must be doing well. However, 10 and 0 don't seem to be doing anything but waiting in the hall. So but from the blood dripping off 10's weapon, I can tell they've already done some fighting. Won't be long before Roski gathers the survivors. Yes. So 10 looks at 0, who's leaning against the wall beside her. Them. So you gonna be okay, kid? This will get intense and I can't afford to play babysitter. I'm not a kid. And I'll be fine. I'm ready. So, are you sure about that? You sure about that? Stop being such a John Cena. So I've heard some rumors about you, about the 0 initiative. 0 visibly tenses at the words. It's not true. Whatever you heard, I mean. So you don't have to play tough with me, kid. So you're not the first or last person Dr. Park's messed with, yeah. Rumors are usually just bullshit, or BS, but I know better than anyone what logs and cybernetics can do to the human body. What kind of side effects are we talking about? How severe are they? Do they affect your fighting? Not usually. I haven't had any side effects in months. It's true that side effects from AUGs are common, but is Zero okay? Focus on your part and don't worry about me. So I'll do well. So, bold words. Color me impressed. Sorry. We'll see if you can back them up. Watch me. Yes, watch me whip and watch me nay-nay. So, I'm drawn out of the visuals as I was watching by a sound, so the sound of footsteps falling against the hard floor. For a moment I almost panic, but I quickly disconnect from the OFV cam and look toward the sound. It's for my dude! Hey, my dude, yeah! Four stands there with a huge weapon slung across his slender body. I realize that he must have let me hear him so not to scare me this time. 4. Seeing him casually just standing here like this, I have the urge to hug him and make sure he's alright! I need to hug him. I cannot hug him. Like, honestly, this guy, man, he my bae, he my side hoe bae, and I love him. I give in to it without thought, rushing forward and wrapping my arms around him, pulling him into a tight hug. I'm so happy to see you're alright. I mean, you got shot, my dude. Forrest scoffs and I feel a firm hand pushing me away, almost making me stumble back a few steps. What the hell do you think you're doing? I'm sorry, I won't do it without asking again. Forrest silently glares at me for a moment, making me wish I could sink into the ground. I should have realized he wouldn't like it. I should have asked first, at least. It seemed that was enough to satisfy him, though. His glare softens and he quickly reverts back to his usual self. Are you okay, though? Yeah, Forrest sighs deeply. What's with you? I'm fine. I look him all over, searching for signs of the wound he suffered. But then my eyes land on the large black briefcase he's carrying. It's a gun. Never seen a gun before? Yeah. Honestly, no. Not in real life. Okay, so we're gonna skip out on that. We're gonna have conversations, a little bit of a quick conversation with 4 on the rooftop as he sets up to, like, assassinate them, the commander. So we're gonna skip out on that. And yeah, go on ahead. Okay, so again, we've skipped out on the whole operation. 4 was able to take the shot and kill the commander, and then everything resolved itself. FaZe was reclaimed back, and this is the aftermath. Chapter 2 is the official aftermath. And this Zero's picking us up to take us to Dr. Static, I believe. And this is where we meet those 2 annoying bitches, these hoes that are talking shit about Zero, and this is getting me really mad because, they have no right to be talking shit to Zero, so we can either argue with them in the elevator or not. I'm going to argue with them because fuck them. Yes. So I turn around to the women at my side. To the women at my side. This man and all my teammates risked their life to free everyone at FaZe. How can you just say crap like that in front of him? Yeah, Zero glances at me, but he just looks embarrassed. Aren't you new here? Yes. Well, I don't recognize you at all. This is Operative 7. Another woman I don't recognize steps out from beside me. Identification complete. Abiona Najid. Yeah. FaZe administrative staff. Yes. A lucky woman who clearly understands perfection. Huh? Oh yes, so Operative Zero is the most incredible being in this entire building. The things Dr. Park was able to achieve with him are beyond compare. And you've been able to see him in action. So, oh please, you're really going to worship someone's experiment? Why not? So he's closer to being a god than we'll ever be. He's an abomination, and your fascination isn't healthy. The elevator announces our floor, but I don't care anymore. Whatever he did to get here, he's just a human. So I'm cut off mid-sentence as Zero grabs my hand and moves towards the open elevator doors. With his strong grip, I'm forced to stumble after him, or else be dragged the whole way. The moment we're off the elevator, he drops my hand. Zero? Yeah, the doors have closed behind us, but the miasma those women's conversation created still hangs over us. Zero simply stands there looking away from me. I walk around him and stare up into his face. He bites his lip and looks away. Zero, my baby! I take his hands in mine. I'm so sorry about all those things they said. Yeah. Zero doesn't speak for a moment, continuing to bite his lip. Then he gives a quick nod and nod towards the end of the hall. Dr. Sadek's office is at the last door on the right. Ah! Before I can respond, Zero pulls away from me. He's so fast, he's already run off back into the direction we came from before I can process what happened. Zero! But it's too late, he's already turned a corner, probably headed towards the stairs. I look down at my empty hands and sigh. Zero, what did you endure to get here? With no one to answer my questions, I resign myself to walking the rest of the way to Dr. Sadek's office alone. Okay, I'm gonna skip out on this. So I stop at the door Zero mentioned and look at the small screen next to it. Okay, if any questions relating to Zero pops up, I'm definitely going to ask them. I'm definitely going to include them. But anyways, other than that, I'm going to skip out on this little session that we're gonna have here because we already went through it. Okay, so we skip out on a lot of just kind of wandering around after Dr. Sadek's session. We go off to find 8. I skipped out on that because I'm gonna save it later when we focus more on 8. So I didn't read through too much of it, and even then it's just like, huh, okay. Anyways, so we're here, and after talking to 8 and 5 in the simulation room, 6 grabs us to go take us to a briefing with Raske because we were selected for a mission. And I forgot what we're doing here afterwards. He beefed us on the mission. It's that mission where, you know, we got stabbed and 4 had to step in. So, but we're gonna check up on 0 actually. So yeah. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, that's just after the mission. It's just after the mission briefing. We're just like, okay, what do we do now? We either can go check up on 0, or we go check up on 4, and we go check up on 0, obviously. So I want to go back to my room and read over the mission, but there's something bothering me. Yes, 0. I can't just leave off like that. After hearing the horrible things those women said about him. Although I feel a little guilty about it, I turn on my ARO screen and search for Zero's location. I'm sure he wants to be alone, but I'm worried. I'll just make sure he's okay. Yeah, exactly. So I spot his indicator on the rooftop and head off to the elevator. So when I reach the roof, I immediately spot Zero leaning over the railing. So Zero's shoulders are slumped and his posture looks defeated. Oh, Zero! 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 Okay, I'm just gonna save here real quick just to have a bookmark. So yeah. I approach him slowly, but it's no use. Zero's posture stiffens at the first footstep. I might as well just say hi. How should I approach this? So comfort him, cheer him up. I'm gonna cheer him up. Just try not to be too, like, you know, into his face about it. Hi, Zero! So I stride right up next to Zero and lean on the railing. I look up into his face, but he immediately turns away. I stare off into the distance instead and take what might be the most dramatic inhale I've ever taken. Gee, it sure is nice to get some fresh air. So Zero turns his head a little towards me, but I keep looking towards nowhere in particular. It's way too easy to get lost in the maze of the building. Coming out here definitely clears the mind and energizes the body. I turn towards Zero now. Don't you think, Zero? Yeah, so I've been cooped up in my room for too long, so I thought I should come out here. My session went well, and I'm feeling a lot better. So really? Yes. Yeah, Dr. Sadek is great. I'm glad I was able to talk to someone. I look down and say in a quieter voice. It's easy for the little thoughts to grow into big scary ones. Talking about them in a safe space, it's like it dispels the illusion. You don't have the burden alone anymore, and you realize everything was just worse than it seemed. Yeah. So he doesn't respond much as usual, but I'm getting used to it. What should I say next? Ask him about what happened in the elevator. Distract him with a question. I want to distract him with a question. Let's just not... I think he doesn't want to talk too much about what happened in the elevator, So I don't want to push my luck and upset him. Maybe I could ask something? Can I ask you a random question, Zero? Okay. So, is there a story behind the tattoo? What's your favorite color? Do you ever visit the city? What's the story behind the tattoo? So, is there a story behind the tattoo on your neck? Zero's hand immediately goes to his neck. My tattoo? I got it when I joined Phantom Alpha. Really? As like a commemorative thing? So sort of. It has a lot of meaning to me. It's the infinite class Zero. It's the infinite class logo, isn't it? So Zero gives a curt nod. There wasn't any logo until me, so Dr. Kamau suggested we use my tattoo. Oh, interesting. Since I'm the first, since I'm Zero. Aw, that's kind of sweet though. It seems like an honor. It is, yeah. Dr. Kamau though. Don't think I've heard that name. She's Dr. Park's assistant. She helped me out a lot during my time in the Zero Initiative. But I did have a question for you. Oh, okay, for me? Well, this is new. Usually I'm the one asking all the questions. I heard in the mission debriefing. Your brother is in Kairos? Yes. I apparently so I didn't know. I can hardly believe it. I hadn't seen him in years. We had a big fight. Yeah. We were always close growing up, but we just didn't see eye to eye anymore. Yeah. I haven't seen my brother in a long time. Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds hard. You what? I haven't... Is it me that he was referring? I totally missed out on that. I haven't seen my brother in a long time. Okay, so Zero has... Did we know that Zero had a brother? Or did I just forget? Maybe I just forgot. So that sounds hard. Yeah. So I sighed, my shoulders slumped. I must look pretty bad because before I know it, Zero is awkwardly patting my back. There. I glance up at Zero's face and he looks embarrassed. Before I can stop myself, shock causes the words to tumble out. Are you trying to comfort me? Yes, sorry. I'm only confident in fighting. Aw. The Zero initiative didn't teach anything about comforting. Aw. Pfiff, haha, yes. He says it so seriously I can't help but burst into laughter. But Zero smiles too and I feel better already. Thanks, Zero. You're not too bad at it. Yeah, you're natural. He pulls back, putting his hands in his pockets and looking up at the sky. No problem. I lean over the railing. Excuse me. I lean over the railing, closing my eyes as the wind rustles my bangs. Remember, you could come talk to me about anything, anytime too. Yeah. When I'm ready, I promise I'll come to you. Yes. I have to stop myself from spoiling the moment by saying really and just nod instead. Yes, I stay with Zero a little longer, quietly watching the clouds go by. Okay, there we go. Chapter 3. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, Chapter 3 is the whole mission that we went on with 6 and 4. I think I'm gonna skip out on this because, again, I don't think Zero's too much involved with it. It's only a 3-person mission here, and we all know what happened. 4 ended up saving our ass, and that's because of our stupid mistakes. So I'm gonna skip out on all of that unless, the game proves me wrong, and since we've been, actively talking with Zero and kind of, pushing for, a closer relationship with him, then I don't know. Maybe something will come out, who knows. But anyways, for now, I'm gonna skip on it. Okay, yay, oh shit, well, whatever, we're here for, Zero anyway. So, we're here, the whole mission is skipped. Again, nothing too much involving Zero happened because it's all about 4 and 6. And then we came back after it, we were patched up. Ooh, Dr. Park tore us a new one because she was like, you're a failure, and I'm disappointed. And so we feel really down about ourselves, and so we came up to the rooftop. Oh yeah, and we got it's announced that we're under house arrest now because of as punishment for our screw up. So we're here, we're like, shit, I let my team down, I feel bad. So I guess we are just thinking about who to go to, or who we're thinking about. So we're obviously gonna think about Zero. Yes. So unexpectedly, I'm gonna save just in case I screw up and then accidentally, do that. Oh no, just like that. Okay, so anyways, we have the log for that. So unexpectedly, my mind just to Zero, whom I haven't seen in a while. So I feel like he'd understand how it's feeling right now somehow. I wonder if he's ever messed up in a mission. All of the other guys seem so experienced, confident in themselves, but Zero still seems uncertain. I think he'd get it. It'd be nice to talk to someone who did. I find myself missing the relaxed feeling Zero gives me, the way I can say anything and know he'll listen without getting upset at me or judging me. But it's past midnight and I'm sure he's asleep by now. Nope! In phase, everybody is sleepless, so the feeling of wanting to talk to him doesn't go away though. Dr. Sadek's session held, but there's still too much I just don't know how to feel about. The harsh reaction Rasuke had, Dr. Park's coldness, making a mistake, being stabbed, the fact that 4 killed a man because of me, yes. I can feel anxiety bubbling up again. I quickly think back to what Dr. Sadek told me to calm myself. Yes, take deep breaths in and out. Are you feeling alright? Are you in any pain? I unconsciously touch my stomach, where it's only a little tender. It's hard to believe I was stabbed today. Phase's medical facilities are incredible. Honestly, I can't tell. I feel exhausted and a bit drowsy. The drugs probably haven't worn off yet, yes, but be sure to let someone know if you feel any pain or have any issues, okay? Okay, thanks. So you had a rough time. Rough time of it on your mission. How do you feel? A rough time of it, huh? Yes, understatement. I screwed up, got stabbed, and the man is dead, right? Yes. Dr. Sadek stares evenly back at me and gives a slight nod. I look down, feeling stunned. 4 killed him. He was his target, and I tried to help, but he killed him because of me. Are you alright? I know, not really. It's okay not to be alright. These are heavy things that happened. Yeah. Dr. Sadek looks down briefly, mumbling to herself about checking in on 4 soon. It didn't just happen, though. I caused it. Yes, 4's mission failed because of me. Mission failures are normal, and operatives don't succeed on them all the time. You shouldn't blame yourself, and no one else should, especially not Dr. Park. You are more than what you can do. Yes. Being an operative, I'm starting to wonder if I really belong here. So what Dr. Park said came back to the forefront of my mind. From my perspective, you have one job. Perform as efficiently as possible, but I'm not efficient at all. I let my emotions get the better of me. I did my best and it wasn't good enough. Just what am I doing all of this for? Am I not supposed to ask these questions? I sigh and look up at the sky beyond the dome. Oh yes, enjoying the view, Hana? Yes, hello, Nish. No, or what's it got? Temperance? Temperance? Yeah. A sudden female voice in my ear nearly gives me a heart attack, but I try to remain calm. Who is this? Yeah, you can call me a messenger raven of Kairos, or something like that. The woman speaks with an accent, perhaps British or Scottish, I can't quite tell. Kairos. What should I do? Well, I don't know. Are you going to meet with your brother? Yes, hello. This time a male voice cuts off my train of thought. Hello, Zero. I turn to Zero standing there. Zero. Did you hear my conversation just then? So, oh no, this is probably going to sound really bad. Yes, I'm not a spy or anything like that. Zero merely stares at me in surprise, and I find words tumbling out in a rush. I know things probably look really bad for me right now. I messed up the mission, and Kairos is calling me, but I swear I didn't ask them for them to. I grab my head with both hands and squeeze my eyes shut tight. They just came out of nowhere asking if I wanted to meet Nish. And of course I want to see my brother. It's been so many years. Especially right now of all times when I'm so unsure. I feel like I just don't know what to do or... I feel hands on mine and I slowly open my eyes to see Zero standing right in front of me. What I'm doing anymore. As his blue eyes pierce mine, I trail off in surprise. He gently pulls my hand away from my head. For a few moments we merely stare at each other and I feel myself calming down. Yes, but then Zero drops my hands and steps back as if he just realized what he was doing. Zero? It seemed like you were freaking out. I didn't know what to do, sorry. No, it's fine, you're right, I was freaking out. I've never felt so lost as I do right now. I almost always know what to do, what direction to go in, but it's like everything has gone wrong since I came to Olympia, and I don't know if I'm making the right choices at all. I'm suddenly second guessing everything I do, and I'm glad you're here, Zero. I heard about what happened on your guys' mission today. I didn't know what I could do though. I came up here because I needed to think too. I was worried about you guys. So even if I can't do much, I'm glad I could help a little. Just having someone who cares and listens to everything at times like these. I just don't know what to do. Was it a wrong decision to join FaZe? Maybe I'm just holding you guys back. I don't think I'm good enough to do this. Zero only responds with silence. I sigh and turn to the stars instead. But they're as silent as he is. I'm not good at talking. I know, it's fine. But I'll try my best for you. I glance at Zero in surprise. Zero. I think what you're feeling is what I feel when I mess up too. None of us are perfect, we make mistakes. I feel like I make more mistakes than anyone. FaZe expects a lot of us, so it feels like we make a lot of mistakes. Zero pauses, he seems to be trying to choose his words carefully. Everything we do here, it's heavy. Our actions affect so many people. It carries a lot of weight, that's why it seems like such a big deal when we mess up. Because it is, and it makes our mistakes seem bigger. It feels like we can't do anything right and we start doubting ourselves, beating ourselves up. I'm not in agreement. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel right now. It's hard living like this, always scared of making your next mistake. I don't really know how to make it better though. You said you always know what to do, but I'm not like that at all. So I think you must be very capable, more than me. You're someone who can do many things well. That's why you're in Phantom Alpha. But you're only human. So you're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to not know what to do sometimes. I smile a little. Yes, you'd think I know this, but somehow it's nice to hear it. The further away from living like a normal human you get, the more you feel like you can't make mistakes. The responsibility crushes you, suffocates you until you think you can't breathe anymore. So at times like this, I just breathe. Take a deep breath and think about what makes me happy. Think about what I'm doing this for, what you're doing this for. What if I'm not sure? I think it's normal not to be sure, but I'm sure there's some reason you started this. Some reason you keep going when the darkness closes in. If you don't have it yet, I'm sure you'll find it. I look down, mulling over Zero's words. Thank you. You know, you're very wise. Yes. I don't feel like it, but thank you. For someone who claims that they don't know how to, do feelings. I'll try to find that reason then. My mind flashes to Nish in that call. So I'm not sure what I should do about Nish though. I think you should do what you want. Huh? Yes. Shouldn't you? We should live doing what we want. Being emotional and passionate is the best way to live to me. If I'm not doing what I want, that's when I feel lost. Yeah, you're right. That's how I've been trying to live too. What I want to see Nish. I want to talk to him and find out why he joined Kairos. So do it. Do it! But I won't stop you, and I won't tell anyone. I'm stunned at Zeus's kindness, and I wonder if I can really trust what he says. Even if I do, it could still be a trap. Do you want me to come with you? Yes. Huh? You would do that? Yes. It could be dangerous. I can't ask you to do that. I'm designed to handle danger. Yes. And I'm your teammate. I can't let you go alone. Once again, shocked into silence, I can't say anything for a while. You're an unpredictable guy, you know that? Yes, it's because I live emotionally. When and where are we going? With no room left for argument, I find myself sighing with a smile. Now, you're up for a trip to the city. Let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna skip on a lot of the conversation we have with Temperance because it's all old stuff. I'm probably gonna just throw in that little tidbit of her remarking about Zero, maybe, but we already kind of saw it too as well, so I'm not gonna spend too much time here. Okay, so Temperance looks at Zero. This is the part. So Temperance just asked us what do we think about FaZe, and I gave like the answer that we're not really sure what to think because again like FaZe, like I don't know, went up to I don't know what they want kind of thing, and from hearing you guys. Like, oh god, they sound shady as hell. But anyways, well, we don't know who to trust anymore. So Tempest looks at Zero then. Okay, so why just ask Zero? Yes. What really happened with the Zero initiative? Yes. So ask him what FaZe's program was really about and what happened to those other kids. Yes. Other kids? Yeah. I feel my stomach twist almost painfully. Zero doesn't say anything, but I can see his fist clenching under the table. Seeing that only makes the weight of Tempest's words hit harder. Yeah, I feel scared to ask, but at the same time I do want to know. But not like this. I wouldn't do that to Zero. And I'm angry that Temperance would so casually bring up something that clearly affects him so much. This woman, she knows too much. How does Kairos have access to that kind of info? Okay. We're gonna skip. Okay, so Nish and Temperance. Nish was kind of disappointed that we're not 100% on board with joining Kairos now, even though he spilled the tea about FaZe. We're just like, I don't know what to think. I need time to think. Too much information. And so yeah, they leave and we're like, okay, let's go back now. So I feel Zeus' warm hand on my shoulder urging me forward and guiding me through the lounge. He doesn't say anything and I feel grateful. Yes, he leads me out of the lounge and back into the car. We quickly head back to FaZe as if nothing ever happened. There you go, Respite. Okay, am I gonna skip on a Respite? I might skip on a Respite if I remember a little bit. It's just us kind of whenever Zero's kind of involved, I will include it again. So, but for now, I'm gonna skip. Yeah, so we passed the test. They cleared us to go back on missions now after they killed off Magician, or 10 did at least. And yeah, we're back in our room again, and we want to like text somebody, email somebody about how like we feeling, just spill our feelings. We have all these options here, but I'm definitely going to do Zero, obviously. So I surprised myself when I realized I'm looking for Zero's name amongst the messages. Well, I just want to check and see if he's okay. I don't know why it is, but I feel protected towards Zero. I find myself worrying about him all the time. I know that it's ridiculous. He's a fully grown man and he's shown himself to be fully capable, but there's just something sad about him. Something that it seems lost. Besides that, his awkwardness can be so endearing, but his presence is so relaxing. He's just easy to be around. It's easy to be around. I eagerly click on his message when I spot it. Oh, okay. Oh, no, we're just going through a mail and then we find Zeros. We find a whole bunch of people's and we choose to read Zeros. So yeah, 7, I know you're not allowed to talk right now, but I hope you'll pass your testing soon and be able to see this. I'm sorry I'm not good at writing or expressing my feelings. I wanted to talk to you, so I'm trying. I should probably talk about the weather or something, shouldn't I? Or maybe about whatever is popular right now, but to be honest, I don't really know about any of that stuff. I don't know how to talk about it correctly or why I should anyway. So when I heard that you got stabbed, I got scared. So many things ran through my mind. I thought about how I haven't been a very good teammate. I didn't help you enough. I didn't talk to you enough, or I was too nervous, probably came off too cold. So I just want to tell you that I'm really glad I met you. I don't want you to have to leave. I hope you don't have to. The best thing that happened this year to me was when you joined. He's so sweet. Oh, he's so cute. So is it too much to say? I hope it's okay. I'm sorry if it's weird or made you feel weird. I just don't know how to say things properly. You mean a lot to me as a teammate. No homo. Why? Why, Zero? Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do me dirty like that? So, and I feel so much better having you around. I don't want to lose that. I mean, of course, it's just a lot easier having someone to understand what it's like to be a rookie, even though you're so good at your job. I just mean that we're both new, and I think it kind of comforts me. I think it's nice having someone who isn't so certain around too. Not that you're not good, because you are, and that's why I know you'll be fine and pass your test. You're really cool and inspirational and bright and warm-hearted. I just mean that I kind of look up to you, even if we're both new. But you also make me feel relaxed, like it's okay to be myself. Like it's okay if I be myself and we'll mess up. I don't know what I'm trying to say now. I'm gonna go now. Bye. I hope we can see each other soon. He's so cute. He's so awkward. He's so awkward and so cute. My heart feels so warm and full after reading Zero's message. I can tell he took a risk to put his honest feelings out there. He doesn't seem like a guy that's used to sharing his heartfelt emotions. But he tried for me. Yeah, I feel like I absolutely have to respond right now. Not just with any message, but a good one. Enough to give him back even a fraction of the feeling he just gave me. So, but I admit, maybe it's also the loneliness and isolation the past few weeks getting to me. So no, maybe it's more. Maybe it's more than that. Maybe it started all the way back when I first entered these timeless corridors and cold walls. So I yearn for human connection. I miss the warmth of my family and the friendliness of my clan. Okay, so we're gonna write back our message. Our message is pretty much like kind of like similar to what we write to all the guys, if not the same. And then of course 9 comes in. I think the only dialogue difference that we have in terms of talking with 9 is near the end, where we kind of mention how like our teammates, like there's a certain guy or a certain person who's been helping us a lot, and Nine's just like, oh, who? And we mentioned specifically who it is, and then he just kind of comments on that. But yeah, I'm gonna skip out on all of this. So Nine just got done talking to us. He was like, I already kind of know that you met up with your brother who is part of Kairos, and we're just like, oh shit. And he's just like, don't worry about it, I won't tell anyone, it's not a big deal. And he was just kind of divulging us and our feelings about how we feel about FaZe and the people there. I told him about how we feel about FaZe and how we're unsure of things and we're like not too certain where our past or our, what we've seen so far really kind of sits well with us. And, 9 is understanding, and we had the option of asking him a couple of personal questions, but I chose not to, just because again, that's more focused on 9 things and we're here for 0. So here we are. This is what I was talking about, where we come to the ends of the conversation and 9's just like, sorry, I was just trying to talk to you and just see how you're feeling, try to make sure you're okay. And then we're like, yeah, we're doing good, I really appreciate it. And one of the other guys did try to cheer me up, so I could swear I see something flash in Nine's eyes. He sounds genuinely interested when he speaks. Next. Really? Who was it? So yeah, 0. So 0, yeah, 9 doesn't or can't hide the surprise in his voice. Yes, he comforted me after I failed my mission. He even sent a message too. So I see, I'm a little surprised, I admit. Oh, why is that? 0 hasn't really tried to get close to anyone since I've known him. Oh, but I'm relieved to hear that he's trying with you. 0 has had a hard life, and I wish there was more that I could do for him. I hope you continue to help each other and get closer. Thank you! I take a deep breath, turning my attention to the sky in front of me. The sun is almost gone, so back home this used to be the time we would start to move. So look at 9. I'll think on everything you've said and more. Thank you. So okay, so he's gonna invite us to the meeting. I'm probably gonna skip out on that because again, doesn't involve too much of what of 0 anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip out on that. Okay, so okay, so I basically skipped out on the whole entire chapter 7 because nothing much has changed. The whole scene played out the same way as it did in Forza, where the coup d'etat happened. We got cut off by the network with 0. We try to rush in to save 5, who's getting really beaten up, and then we knock out, we nearly die, and then we come back to this hospital thing with Temperance, and Nish filled us in on what the heck FaZe is, all this shady shit, and same thing with 5's backstory and why he was doing it, or why they might suspect him to be a traitor, quote unquote, but now FaZe suspects we're a traitor, and we're getting attacked by Kairos, who are dressed up as FaZe member dressed up as Kairos, trying to kill us, and High Priestess stepped in, and she's just like talking about all this other stuff too, and she gave 0 a choice whether or not he wants to get out of FaZe or choose to stay in FaZe, and he wants to, of course, imply that he wants to get out of FaZe, he wants to fly free. So we have our epilogue scene here, finally, and of course it's different. Last time we had it with 4, now we have 0. Yay! This is what you've probably all been waiting for, you guys. So yeah, so epilogue scene. A look at 7 while I get medical care from a nurse. Is this when we were passed out? Or more like I watched my enemies try to save her life. I don't care about any of that right now though. So 7, please. Okay, so this is when we were just kind of admitted, I think. All I care about is you. I care about you too. I care about you too. More than I can express. At 7, joining the team has been the best thing to happen to me in years. I can't really explain it. I just like being around her. She makes me feel okay. Oh. No. But as I look at all the blood on the bed, as I watch my okay not be okay, yeah, I'm not doing so hot. Tears filled my eyes. No! I used to cry all the time as a kid, but lately I can't remember the last time I did. 7. I did my best to save her, but there was nothing I could do to stop the blood. I was lucky Kairos' backup came in right away. I don't care about anything else. Right or wrong doesn't matter when it comes to life or death. If they save her now, I'll be forever grateful. You've got to pull through this. You've got to pull through, 7. I don't want to be alone again. Aw, I promise to protect you better from now on. So don't worry. It's hard to kill me. I'm fine. See, I was okay. Please be okay. No, but we are okay. We woke up. We woke up just fine. It's okay, boo. It's fine. Okay, there we go. So that's it. That's the end of if we want to choose more lean towards Zero's route, quote unquote route. So again, I like the way how it kind of like interspersed okay, so I know it's like probably really like choppy in terms of scenes with Zero and like the storyline, but a lot of it is again repeated scenes that just kind of happen regardless. Doesn't matter who it is you're trying to get close to. It just plays out the same way, so that's why there's a lot of cuts here and there. And I just didn't want to keep you guys just kind of rewatch the same things that we've already been through. Again, if you want to get a little bit more of like a good like understanding of the story like in full, then I really highly suggest that you guys start from like my playthrough of like To the Edge of the Sky, like book phase 1, I think. Chapter 1 had a lot of phases, so there's a lot to like backstory, prologue-ish stuff that happens. So there's that. So again, I highly suggest you watch it through, at least skim through to some of the stuff that I've cut out just to get a better understanding of what happened. But regardless, if you guys have been keeping up, then you already know, you already seen those scenes and how they went down, and then you just came here for the good stuff. So there you go. So that's it. We are done for Zero's out. Next time, I'm going to come back here to do probably 9's route? Maybe 9's route, because I sort of going, aside from Zero, after 4, who we naturally progress with having a little bit of a deeper bond with each other in terms of going on missions and stuff, and they're the first people who we met as well too. So after 4, next was Zero, and then because Zero was the last person that we end up in the Kairos base at, and then next would be 9, because 9 was also the person who I guess we kind of first met, and I think I don't know. He's fair play in terms of everybody else, because everybody else we just kind of met, just like briefly, but never really got to know until later on, in a way. When 9 comes into our room and like talks to us and like on the rooftop, but that was basically it. That was our like alone time with him. But we also had a couple scenes with him again. But anyways, regardless, I'm probably gonna do 9's next. So yeah, we're gonna do 9's, and then I'll decide from other then we'll continue on until we do them all. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like, a comment, and I'll see you guys here next time or in my other Let's Play. But for now, bye.